guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today we're going to be installing the Bestop Sun Rider top for my wife's 2025 Jeep Gladiator we bought just a couple months ago. We're gradually doing small accessory upgrades. She really wanted this top because hers is a hard top and she just wanted to be able to flip it back. So we got the quill version, which is like an extra $50 to $100 more than the standard version. So far we've done the amped electric steps, and on Tuesday she's going to be getting the backflip bed cover for her Jeep. And then we did the Picatinny rail, I don't know, a few weeks ago. There's a video out on that. And once we get all those done, then we're going to do the lift. Probably going with the TerraFlex 3.5-inch lift, tires and wheels. But we want to get some of this smaller stuff out of the way before we lift in the air, and it's more difficult to install. So I took the top off of it, just so you can kind of see the overall packaging here. You can see the main top is in a nice bag here, and then you got the parts and components, some styrofoam wrapping. You have parts you're going to need, and that's pretty much it. Based on what I've seen, this is like a 30 to 45 minute install. Nothing serious at all. They do recommend having two people, because once you put it together, you got to have your tops taken out, and then you're gonna try to put that up there. It's a little easier with two people, but you can do it with one person, you know, if you are able to, I guess. So I'll be doing it by myself with no help, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I fall and break my neck on video and get a lot of likes and subscribers for it, even though I wouldn't be making any more videos after that. So being sarcastic and funny, I'm sure I'll be able to get this done. So we'll get the tools we need, we'll lay it out here, and I'll explain to what tools you're going to need, and we'll go through the install process. So we got everything unpacked here. Again, looks pretty simple. You got the main header here, which is your top. You got a left and right door rail, which will attach to the top, and then it'll go down the lining of your door. And then you have the clamp, which will go on the rear part. You have your nuts and bolts that we'll be using, and then you got the two straps here, and those are basically just tie down straps. So and we'll see what tools I'm going to need to assist with putting this together. I know you need to use some Loctite. I don't know if it comes with Loctite. Yes, it even provides a Loctite, which is unique, because I've messed around with a lot of accessories for a lot of different reasons, whether it's Jeeps or cars or just in general, and they usually don't provide the Loctite. So that's pretty cool. They put that in there for you, so you don't have to worry about running out and buying any if you buy this top. So let's get to a couple wrenches and tools. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the Jeep out of the garage, because I'm going to turn it and pull it back in front facing anyway to put the top on it once I have this put together. And we'll pick back up here in just a minute. So here's everything you're going to have in the bag. You're going to have the T40. You'll have 6 of these. They're like 1/2 inch, 1 inch long. And then you're going to have 4 of the long bolts that are also T40. So your Jeep comes with a little wrench kit. It's all you need. Of course, I'm going to be using my drill. Just make sure you don't over tighten it. Put it on hand tight, just to makes it a little bit easier to use, but just make sure you don't have it cranked up, your wrench, where if you're using a power drill and you over tighten, right, because you can ruin it. And you'll need a flathead screwdriver. So, and we'll put a little bit of Loctite on when we connect the rails here to the top, and we'll get this thing put together. So once you set this up on the table, it comes out of the box. It's already folded up like this. It's going to be like this. Just roll it backwards like this, and you can see, like, when it's laying flat. So you show you here, these are the clamps that lock on in place of your freedom panel. So it locks the top down up front. So it's going to fold out that way. So this would be the back of the vehicle, front of the vehicle. So you're just going to roll this up. And then you have the rails, driver's side and passenger side. It says, it tells you on here, So this tells you, it does, so this is your right hand, so this is gonna be your driver's side. Couldn't find it before, because it said it had it written on the inside, but it is written on there. It's just hard to see, at least hard to see for me anyway. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna find this little eyelet here, it's cable eyelet. And we're gonna attach it to here using these little threaded screw here. We're gonna take this right here. So run this through here. And we're gonna drop this down in here. If I can get it to go. Once we got that in there, then we're gonna take the screw that has a Loctite on it. And you're probably gonna wanna just get this threaded just a tad before you attempt to move. Once I got that threaded a tad, I'll take the screwdriver, flathead, and I'm not left-handed, but we're gonna do this left-handed. And then we're just gonna screw this in. Got that screwed in. Now we're gonna repeat the same steps on the left side. This one tightened up. Alright, got that on. Got both of them on. Just want to tighten this one up just a tad bit more. So now what we're gonna do, now that we have both sides attached to the cable, you definitely want to keep this standing at this point, because what we're going to do now is we're going to roll this up and attach the rail to the deck assembly. And so you get two holes there that'll line up, and it's going to set on there as such. You'll do that for both sides, right? And what you're going to use now is you're going to use the M8 20s, which is the short screws. And then you're going to use your T40 wrench if you can with your Jeep, or if you're going to do what I do, which is using the drill. But we'll just go ahead and pre-thread these on there now. Alright. There'll be two of these on each side. Like I said, I'm using this, so you can use the hand wrench if you want. I'm still pretty easy with that. And then I'm just going to tighten these down. Screwdriver, and get this one tightened up. Got both of them on. Just want to tighten this one up just a tad bit more. Alright. So now I pulled the Gladiator back in the garage, took the freedom panels off. They recommend you doing that up front, and then, you know, cleaning the top around the seals. That's already done. But I didn't think you need to watch me pull it back in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this and set it on top of the Jeep here. Again, I think I can do this by myself. The only problem I might have is because it's in my garage and there's not much clearance from the top of the Jeep to the garage and the garage door opener. So it might pose a little bit of problem for me. But if I have to, I will get my wife out here and have her help being this her Jeep. So let's see if we can get this thing on here. So I guess here, let me move this table over a little bit just so I can get this out. So this is going to go just like this on top, passenger side, driver side. You just want to make sure these stay on the outside. And let's see if I can do this. It's not real heavy, just kind of awkward, especially when we on one side of the Jeep versus the other. So let's see. Go shuffle that side around. All right, easy enough. A little awkward, but easy enough. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use these bezels. They will go on the rear on each side of the door, and then we'll be using these four here. Let's get these put in. All right, so we got the first one on here. Now we're going to put the rear on. But you're going to use one of these, and hopefully this goes in pretty smooth. The front one gave me a little bit of tussle. I had to go to the other side and line up on the other side just to make sure, but it still was giving me issues getting it to line up to get the halo to go down in the hole on the top. So this would line up and go up through it. So at first I thought it was because maybe the grab handles and all might have been interfering with it. I don't think that was it at all. I think it's just, in order for it to be a snug fit, one side seems like it's got a tussle, but when you watch other videos, you watch a Bestop, them doing themselves, it just seems like everything lined up perfectly and just easy peasy, but had to wrestle with it a little bit there to get that one on. So let's put this other one on. Hopefully it lines up. This is where this comes in. Your T40 torque. So again, I got that on 1. I'm going to hit it on level 2 real quick just to make sure it's nice and snug. Go, good to go. All right, that side on. Make sure your seals aren't being pinched. So all that stuff good. Your cable's good to go. No issues there. So now you're going to go to the other side and repeat the same steps. Again, your M8 long bolts, one in the front, one in the rear with the barrel on here. So those go on the rear. Right now that we have the rails attached to the Gladiator, we just need to put on this back bracket here. So we're going to install this on. It's supposed to go in like this. You got 2 bolts up here and you have a slot where this slides in. I really don't want to take off the sunscreen, to be honest, to do it, but all right, feels like I got the one side to thread. If I can just get this other one on there. Whew. Got it on there. Again, if you have a sunscreen on your Jeep, because this is the same top that works with the I think it's the 2020 plus Jeep or Gladiator. Just makes it a little more painful to do, but you can still do it. I just need to tighten these down. we've got this all buckled down, should be able to just fling this forward and it's going to hit the garage. So I'm going to have to back this out and then back it up a little bit at least anyway, so I can fold it down, because the garage is not that deep, and if I pull it all the way in, then it's a pain to go in and out around the car. So well, let's do this, and then what we'll do after that, I'll see how easy it is to flip this up, set it in the driver's seat, which I might be able to do, but it's a different story with my wife. She's 5'4", 130 pounds. Be a little harder for her. So that's it for the install. Pretty simple. If you already look at directions and all before you actually put it on, and again, I'm no mechanic by any stretch, so it'll take you about 35 to 45, maybe close to an hour if it's your first time doing it. Pretty easy overall, not much to it. A little easy to get the top on if you got help, but again, you saw me do it. Pretty easy to do if you're by yourself, as long as you have the height and the strength to hold it up, to set it up there. It's not too heavy, but could be a challenge for some people. What we're going to do now is I'm going to set on the inside and see how easy it is to open up and flip it back. Like if you're at a red light or something, you want to flip it open. So let's see how that is. So there you have it. It's pretty stiff. When I was lifting up one arm, you can see I kind of paused when I got right there, trying to push it all up and to stick my other hand up front to kind of push it. It's not broken in at all, so it can be a little difficult first time until you get it broken in, the first few times you do it. But I can tell you right now, there's no way my wife will be able to do that. So she's going to have to do it when she's at a full stop or before she drives anywhere, something like that. So appreciate you guys tuning in today. Have a great Memorial weekend.